and Germany is gonna hit obviously proceed to the round of 8 with Switzerland. And it doesn't mean that these two teams are going to be facing one another, but they need to obviously wait to see to it that all goes on well as planned in there for you. So as it stands, it's always one of the biggest moments that you will ever want a hit to come in face and obviously take it to the next level. And I tell you what, a lot is really going on into the very best direction for the hosts of Germany. And God has gonna hit obviously be with me, because I went ahead and obviously talked about France as my favorites, second favorites England, third favorites Germany, fourth favorites Portugal. I believe one of those 4 teams is going to be playing into the final and is going to be lifting the Euros in there for you. Though they are at a disadvantage that they might find themselves really cancelling themselves out, but all in all, I anticipated that one of those 4 teams is going to be the champion. Kai Havertz, you know him very well. He really plays for the club of Arsenal. He has come out and obviously shown that he's the man responsible for holding Germany to the next level. He has going to hit obviously take them to really, he has going to hit obviously take them to, he has gonna hit obviously take them to the next level by scoring the first goal. It was a penalty, and Kai Havertz has gonna hit obviously bury it in the back of the net. Though he has gonna hit to score 2 goals in this tournament, all penalties, but you cannot rule out his effort in the games. He has gonna hit to feature for the club of Germany, for the country of Germany, and today he has gonna hit obviously do the needful, and he has scored the second goal of the season, of the tournament, and it's all about 1 assist. And when you look at what Kai Havertz is going to put in through, you go to the 13 goals he scored into what we call the Premier League, 1 goal into what we call the Champions League. Those are 14 goals. And when you add the 2, Kai Havertz has gone ahead to really score. Kai Havertz has gone ahead to really score now 16 goals, And if you're talking about the calendar year, he's really doing great, and he went ahead to obviously get his eighth assist. And I tell you what, he's really doing great as a player for the for the country of Germany, and he's one of those brilliant assets that you always want to have on your team to see how they play, and how they obviously take it to the level we obviously will see them going to be playing at next season. So Arsenal fans are really excited, because when Kai Havertz continue to score, it enhances his that enhances his confidence in as far as scoring goals is really concerned. And you obviously look at him and really understand that he's that kind of guy who will obviously come in through and will help you out every time you need. And you saw to it that the entire German team was like, the person responsible for penalties is Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz went ahead obviously score that first goal of the game, and that was in the 53rd minute and 68 minutes, and in the 68th minute, those are 15 minutes later, Jamal Musiala capitalized onto that ball over the top from the central defense. I think it came in from shorter back, and he went ahead to really make that solo run and finish that ball into the back of the net, and that really marked the end of Denmark this entire season, in this tournament, because nothing could obviously see them really come up to put in a fight, because they had their chances, but they never went ahead to obviously utilize them. And for everyone who went ahead to just not watch this game of football and just went ahead to obviously look at what we call the results, he would be like, oh, maybe Germany were dominant. I tell you, the side of Denmark came in and obviously put in a very huge shift. And guess what? They really had chances, but they couldn't obviously put them in the back of the net. And this leaves lots of questions to the man himself, known as Nagelsmann, on what he's going to be doing into the next game of football, because a lot of things have gone ahead obviously coming through, and they will be looking at him, and we wait to see what decision is going to be really taking onto which players he obviously puts in through. Now let's go to the stats and see how things went ahead to pan out for the side of Germany. when they are playing Denmark. 15 shots by Germany, 11 shots by Denmark, 9 shots on target by Germany, 2 shots on target by Denmark, 55% ball possession by Germany, 45% ball possession by Denmark, 534 passes completed by Germany, Denmark completed 443, then 83% passing accuracy by Germany, and then 83% passing accuracy by Denmark, 7 fouls by Germany, 15 fouls by Denmark, 0 red cards to Germany and 2 yellow cards to Denmark. No red cards were issued into this beautiful game of football. Then 4 offsides for Germany and 3 for Denmark, 6 corners for Germany and 6 corners for the side of Denmark. So that's how things really panned out in the Signal Iduna Park, the stadium for Borussia Dortmund. And guess what? Germany has gone ahead to knock out the side of the side of Denmark. And guess what? All in all, they deserved to obviously go there, because when they got their chances, they buried them at the back of the net, something that Denmark failed to do, because the limited chances they created, they couldn't obviously bury them into the back of the net. And now let's obviously go into some stats that are going to have to be put out by Sky Sports. They've told us that only Jürgen Klinsmann and Mario Gomez, both 5, have scored more goals for Germany at the UEFA European Championship finals than Kai Havertz, 4, while he's netted 5 goals in his last 10 games for Germany national team, meaning that he has 4 goals, and we anticipate that he has gone ahead obviously coming through to do the needful, and we wait to see how he does the needful. You know, he has gone ahead to net 5 in his last 10 games for the national team. That is Kai Havertz for you. Secondly, only Wayne Rooney, 4, has scored more goals age 21 and under at the UEFA Championship finals than Germany's Musiala, 3, while he scored more goals at these Euros in 4 games than in his first 29 appearances for the national team. Musiala is really another buy. Is really another jump that's going to hit obviously show us how good he is and how he's going to hit obviously perform and really give us the best of the best. So that's how Jamal Musiala has obviously gone ahead to obviously get into the stats, and it's only Wayne Rooney who has gone ahead to put in what we call better results than him. Then Germany have reached the quarterfinals of a major competition for the first time since doing so in the Euros of 2016, reaching the semi-finals of the edition. So by the way, Germany in the last editions, World Cup 2018, right, Euros 2021 and the World Cup 2022 in Qatar, Germany has been really having a hell of a game, and they have not gone ahead to reach the quarterfinals. But this time around, they've gone ahead to reach the quarterfinals, and they're sending a message that we are home and we are gonna be really pursuing the best of the advantage to obviously take this to the next level and obviously win the beautiful games that we are really playing right about now. So that is the side of Germany for you, putting in a shift to obviously not really fail themselves from really clinching the trophy when they've gone ahead to host it at their home soil. Then Denmark have failed to win any of their last 8 games at major tournaments, 4 draws and 4 losses, with their last such victory coming in the quarterfinals of Euros 2020 against Chechnya. So that is Denmark for you, and Germany is continuing to obviously put in lots and lots and lots of performances that everyone is really talking about. So Germany, all right, Germany is waiting for the winner between Germany is waiting for the winner between Spain and Georgia. Then Switzerland is waiting for the winner between England and Slovakia. Now, when we got to the game of Switzerland that opened up the day, it was Remo Friola, 37th minute, and Ruben Vargas, who went ahead to obviously score that goal that saw this side really gate where they deserve to be. And they are waiting for the winner between England and Slovakia. That game of football is going to be played today. And guess what? It's going to be played at 19 hours. That is England versus Slovakia. Then Spain is going to be playing Georgia later in the night. And then we'll be waiting for France, Belgium, Portugal, Slovenia into the mix. So let's wait and see how things really pan out. But it's really has been really a very hard game, and Germany have gone ahead to obviously find themselves out as champions, and in this so doing, they are what we call the European champions in here for you. So I would love to obviously go on here and see whether we have something, you know, to really get in from the side of Germany and see how they've gone ahead to react onto these stories that have gone ahead obviously make headlines right about now. And at this juncture, so you can as well smash the like button, tell me who your man of the match is. You can as well go on and vote for who your man of the match you think is into this beautiful game of football, because many of you will obviously come in through and really have different main or man of the match into the mix. Now, when you look at Nagelsmann, all right, let's obviously have this onto the screen and really show you what is going to happen into the side of Germany and what they've going to say in here. Now, Nagelsmann, the manager, had the following to say about the national team of Germany and what they've gone ahead to put up as their exhibition today at the Signal Iduna Park. So he says it was a valid game. The first 20 minutes were the best of the tournament. Then the thunderstorm. Then we thought we were behind, and then we went ahead. Kai did very well from the spot. The stadium pushes us a lot. When we switched to a back three, we were much more stable. There were times in the first half where we were unstable and Eriksson found spaces. We were much better after half time, and it's always good to keep a clean sheet. Obviously, Germany has gone ahead to keep a clean sheet, and it's one of the most appraised things that you obviously have to come out and obviously talk about into the mix, because Germany has gone ahead obviously play games into this tournament, but I think keeping a clean sheet has not gone ahead to be their huge achievement, right? When you look at their fixtures they played into the Euros, let's see the matches they played and see their results. The first game, it was 5-1. They went ahead to concede 1 goal. The second game, Germany went ahead obviously coming through and obviously played some beautiful football, and Germany beat Scotland 5-1. They kept a clean sheet against Hungary, and they drew 1-1 with Switzerland. So it's always good to obviously keep a clean sheet. And you remember Sir Alex Ferguson said, clean sheets win trophies, and what we call goals win matches. So in a tournament like this, all that can take you far is for you not to really concede goals. But the more you concede goals, the more you're really gonna be put into the extreme exposure. Now, Rüdiger, Antonio, they've gonna hate to name him as the man of the match, but for me, I believe it's supposed to be either Musiala or Kai Havertz in there for you, so you can as well continue voting before this video comes to an end, because we'll reveal who you've gonna hit to vote for is. Then Rüdiger had the following to say, and he's known as Antonio Rüdiger, right? He has said, it feels very good. We were dominant from the start. What we can criticize is that we didn't kill them off earlier. We missed too many chances. It wasn't easy, of course, but this team is showing good character. That they can come back against all kinds of adversities, and always give in their all. We still have 3 finals to play. We'll take it as it comes. We are ready to go. And by the way, Germany has a very good squad, and they have players that can create moments of magic. And this time around, it's not to it that Havertz never even started. Musiala was played off the left, and Leroy Sen went ahead obviously play as a right attacking midfielder. So this man really has lots of options, and we are here to wait to see who is really gonna come in through to obviously become that person responsible for obviously stopping the side of Germany, because it looks really lit. It looks really lit, and they're really trying to obviously enjoy their season. And this is how Germany has gone ahead, obviously coming through and won very many tournaments into the mix, because the moment they do that, obviously they'll get back to that fear factor. Remember, Germany is one of the football giants in the world when it comes to Euros and the World Cup, but they are going ahead to fall off. But Nagelsmann has gone ahead to come in through and put them to the next level, and they've gone ahead to see to it that all goes on as well. Now, Nico Schotterbeck, a man who scored the first goal at the beginning of the second half, and it was really cancelled, has come out and said, I think we played a great game. The atmosphere in the stadium was amazing. I'm really happy for the team. They deserve it for their hard work. I'm really pleased that we made it to the quarterfinals. I haven't had the most unfortunate performances in my DFB career so far. So I'm really happy that we've kept a clean sheet today. We defended well and rewarded ourselves with 2 goals. So for any defender, his credit is to keep a clean sheet. And every time you're a defender and your team concedes, every person is going to come at you. But every time you see that you prevent your team from conceding and really keep a clean sheet, all the blame will go to the center forwards who really failed to go on and really score goals into that tournament. But he's really great, and he's really one of the upcoming center backs that very many teams will be looking at in the coming summer transfer window. Not this one, but the others have always gone ahead obviously show up, because 2025, I believe huge teams will obviously show interest into Schlotterbeck, right? Then David Lam, who played as a left back, also came up and said the following, that it was a very wild game. I think it was very enjoyable for neutrals and very nervy cracking for all the Germans. I think everyone is happy now. I'm glad I was able to help and repay the trust of the coach. It's just about everyone giving their all. Everyone is involved with their heart. You can see and feel that. And this is what Nagelsmann is going to hit to do. He has going to hit obviously make 2 changes when we never expected them to happen, because you expected Havertz to start at the left and then Musiala went there, and that means Havertz was taken off. And when Havertz was taken out of that game, guess who came in to obviously put in a very beautiful shift? It was none other than the man himself, who goes by the names of David Raum, left back. And I really love his swift left foot. He looked solid and he looked aggressive to an extent that Olsen was really put down by this man, because he felt like it was really a tackle, but he put in a very huge performance in as a player. So wait and see how that pans out, but we're here to obviously get to know that, to let you know that that's what the game of football has been like at the Signal Iduna Park in Germany, in Dortmund, and lots of things are going to hit to happen. But when you look at teams that are going to hit knocked out, Arsenal fans, you should get to know that with Italy knocked out, Jorginho is now going to be starting his holiday. With Italy knocked out, Jorginho is going to be starting his holiday as soon as possible, and he's going to be really looking at what to do before he obviously returns early back home. For example, if he obviously comes in through and does the needful, that means he's going to come in through because Arsenal is expected to start training around the 8th and 10th of July. So that puts him in a better position to obviously come in through and really rest. Today is from 30th, to I think the 21st. They might give them close to 3 weeks. 3 weeks of holiday. Then towards the third week, the commencement of the third week of the month of July, they'll obviously show up and join the team in America, where it will be. I don't believe that they're going to be playing very many games into the preseason, but I think the biggest game they'll play is that game when Arsenal is going to be playing against Bayern Leverkusen, right, and Lyon. Those 2 games, I think, will come to see if these players obviously find themselves fit to play for the side of Arsenal. So, and other teams that play for Italy, Federico Chiesa, him being up for grabs, and Juventus looks like they want to sell him. Obviously, knocking Italy out helps Juventus obviously find a suitable bidder, because this guy is really not ready to stay at Juventus. Contract offer to him, he has gonna hit to turn it down, and he's like, I'm really gonna come in through and put in the required shift as a player. So that is it coming in through from Italy and very many others. And when you look at Denmark, as a fan of Manchester United, I'm just excited because I think Rasmus Højlund deserves a rest. And him getting knocked out today, he's also going to be resting for some days, for some weeks. And I think towards the mid of the third last week of July, that's when he'll join the club of Manchester United. And for Eriksson, you know that Man United wants to sell Eriksson, and now talks of him leaving the club of Manchester United can commence in peace, and we see how things are really gonna be panning out into the mix. So that is it coming in through from the man himself, known as Rasmus Højlund, and the guy called Jorginho talk about Eriksson. So for Germany going through to the next round, that means Kai Havertz is going to be held a little bit longer, right? Because he has to play. And as I told you, that Germany, France, Portugal, and England, we might see one of those teams in the final. So the moment you see one of those teams in the final, you know what it means. It just means that things are really going to go on as planned and as best to how things are supposed to be going in through. So the other guy, Kai Havertz, is going to proceed. So we wait and see what's going to be happening tomorrow. So tomorrow Spain is playing. I think Spain is going to go through. England is also going to go through. So we don't expect any other players obviously get out in here for you. But Belgium versus France, look a lot on that on Monday. Belgium versus France. Look a lot on that on Monday, because it's really going to give us very good vibes in there for you. So I'm having my man, Toholero, Henry Moses. Thank you, Moses, for obviously watching in through. And he's this guy who always checks on me that, why haven't you gonna hit to put in that content, right? Good morning, RD. You should always sleep early so that you can serve us with morning breakfast vibes. Mid the evening, well as you give us live chat night. Greetings from Southern Africa. That is Chigezi. Thank you. Then what's new as latest in Arsenal transfer news? Watching you from Chigezi, soon to be a tourism city. All right. I don't think there is anything new about Arsenal. You know, we've gonna need to understand that Arsenal are really trying to really resolve and really come out with the targets that are really good for the side of Arsenal. And we anticipate that with effect from Monday, we are going to see Arsenal getting out its all energy to go out and really point on players they want to sign. That is it. Because even if you ask Fabrizio that who is the priority target of Arsenal, he's not going to let you know. David Austin won't. But clubs like Manchester United have already going to hit, obviously, commence their journey on really choosing on who is going to be their priority signing. For example, Manchester United delete Braithwaite, Emmanuel Ugarte, Zirkzee. You get those players. United is soon going to be putting in bids, and I think by the start of Monday, you're going to see some huge activity. And I believe by the start of Monday, even Arsenal is really going to get huge into the market and really put in the required effort to see that they really get in through to where they deserve to be. So that is what I had for you in here for you. My man of the man of the match has going to hit to be given as Kai Havertz in there for you with 81% and Musiala 18%. Then Dealer Freddy. Hello Rokani, I'm watching you live from Masindi. Thanks for the show. Good morning and happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone watching in through. And those going to church, you should obviously follow up on the footsteps of the Lord and really practice what is being preached to you. Right? Then Moses, where did the thunder come from as the match was suspended? Natural hazards, because you'll never know where the thunder is coming in from. But when it came in through, obviously the referee was like, let's halt this game of football, and they delayed a little bit, and they were really on the side of the pitch. And when it really never stopped, they told the players to obviously get inside, back to their dressing rooms, and when it was really done, and they felt like the weather was really in a very welcoming condition. They were given a very good goal, and they were really allowed, obviously, coming through and really putting a very huge shift into the mix. So that's how things really went ahead to pan out down at the stadium of Sigino Igduna Park. But the best is Germany is going to hit to go through, and for the how are they called? For the dark horses, I think most of my dark horses are going to hit to get knocked out. But for the favorites, all my favs are still in, and I know by the end of this round, all my favs will be through. That is it, because I don't expect Slovakia to knock out England. I don't expect Belgium to shock France. Slovenia to shock Portugal. I don't really expect that. I think France will go through, Portugal will go through, England will go through. So that's what I had for you guys. I hope you guys have fun. Allow me go to bed, right? And I really get early. I really wake up early enough, so as I really get you more and more content as it stands. What's your prediction for tomorrow matches? England 2-0, Spain 3-1. I think Spain and England are really going through. That is it. Spain and England are really going in through. So let me see whether I can come up with a predicted starting 11 of England, and I come up with a prediction, right? And that game of Spain, let me see whether I'll obviously have something to do about them today, right? So we will obviously have something. I think I should record a video about this, because this game is starting at 19 hours. I think I can do something good and really give you my input onto how I believe stuff is going to be happening for the side of England into the beautiful game of football. So I'm having Daniel Okuja. Bro, thanks. I'm just excited with our Superman Kai Havertz live from Barara City. All right, thank you for hitting it from Barara City. Kai Havertz is going to hit to put in a very brilliant performance, and he was, I think, in the first half, Rüdiger went ahead to release him and had a very good volley on the ball that was served by the goalkeeper, and he forced that ball into a corner, you know. Then in the second half, he got one of the two chances and missed out on them, but the penalty was really great. But he was really very integral to the game. The moment the manager of Germany never took him off the field of play and he had Füllkrug on, just get to know that he dropped him into the midfield to see to it that he really puts in a very good game. And I really believe that he deserved to be the man of the match. And whoever came up with this idea of making Rüdiger the man of the match, I'm still really in total shock on why Rüdiger can be named the man of the match in a game where Kai Havertz went ahead, obviously put in a very beautiful shift into the mix. Let me check whether Statman Dev has something here for us for these other players that really went ahead to take part into the beautiful game of football, as Germany knocked out Denmark as Germany knocked out Denmark from the Euros in here for you. So these are the game of this is Kai Havertz's game by numbers. Statman Dave has gonna hit obviously provide it to us. He says 5 shots, 4 shots on target, 4 dribbles, 3 clearances, 1 chance created, 1 goal. That touch though in there for you. So the guy Kai Havertz has really gonna hit to show us that he's one of those players that is really untouchable, and he continues to really live where he deserves to be. So he's that man who will always never disappoint. He'll give you the vibes that you always want to get from the side of you as a fan. And today he has gone ahead to do it again, and that's why I've told you that Kai Havertz knocked out Denmark. I believe he contributed the lion's share of what he really became, of what the result was for this game of football. Then there is a man called Tony Rüdiger, 100% ground duels won, 100% tackles won, 100% aerial duels won, 4 clearances, 4 blocks, 4 interceptions, 0 times dribbled past. You know, he went ahead to put in what we call a defensive masterclass onto the night. But I think that doesn't really make him really the man of the match. I think Kai Havertz really did better. You understand? I think Kai Havertz went ahead to obviously do better. Then, though he went ahead to make a very good block, when Eriksson obviously faced the goalkeeper and he had a lot to do and went ahead to obviously block it. Then we had something of Toni Kroos game by numbers, 107 touches, 100% tackles won, 96 pass accuracy, 88 passes completed, 4 chances created, 3 out of 6 crosses completed, 1 interception. So that is the man known as Toni Kroos into the mix. So he is really legendary and he's one of the best midfielders in the world in his generation. That is it. Jamal Musiala, one of those that you should obviously give the guy a ball. You should give him a ball because he's going to put in a very good performance. He has 3 goals in the Euros, 21 years of age. No player has managed more at his age into the Euros, and he's really taking his spot, because I tell you, he's going to be one of the most exciting players in the world. And people are looking at Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, but I think the Jamal Musialas of this world might overtake over them. Jamal Musiala, game by numbers, 45 touches, 21 passes completed, 7 dribbles, 6 duels won, 2 shots, 1 goal. That is Jamal Musiala. He was a little bit of quiet in the game, but you saw his importance in the team when he obviously scored the second goal to obviously make it 2-0 for the side of Germany. Because we are living recklessly the moment, it was really that. I'm having Henry Moses. I think quarterfinals will be fire, because it's like unusual teams have Lions share because goals have been cancelled too much. Yeah, goals have been cancelled too much, but you've gonna hate to see to it that no decision is going to be made by VAR that is gonna hit obviously be questioned by anyone in the Euros. So that's what we had for you. Go into the comment section and continue to obviously tell me what else you think about this game of Germany and Denmark too. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. To the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ.